Okay, guys, we shall continue with the problems. The second problem that we are considering is with respect to a normalized Gaussian random variable. The problem statement goes like this: the normalized Gaussian random variable is given as fx of x is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi into e to the power of minus x squared by 2 for minus x less than x less than infinity. Obtain the CF of this random variable. So I have been given fx of x as a normalized Gaussian random variable representation whose PDF is fx of x is equal to 1 by root 2 pi, that is 1 by square root of 2 pi, both 2 pi under square root sign, into e to the power of minus x squared by 2 for minus infinity less than x less than infinity. I have to obtain the CF of this random variable. This is little bit mathematically involved, so please be careful while I am explaining the steps that need to be evaluated. So here the main difficulty lies in the mathematics and the technique that needs to be followed for using the for solving the for the CF. So we go like this: phi x of j omega. Use the definition of the characteristic function. So phi x of j omega is given by integral minus infinity to plus infinity fx of x exponent j omega x dx. Now substitute fx of x as given in the problem. So I put 1 by root 2 pi exponent minus x squared exponent j omega x dx. 1 by root 2 pi is a constant, so pull it outside. So I get 1 by root 2 pi into integral minus infinity to plus infinity e to the power of minus x squared by 2 plus j omega x dx after combining the two exponentials. Now I need to rearrange this exponential to integrate it. So how to do it? That's what is the technique that we need to follow. Now let me consider this value in the exponent. So let me write down that and try to put it in a different format so that I can be able to evaluate it. So this is what I am going to do. I shall put minus x squared by 2 plus j omega x. So here let me add and subtract omega squared by 2 here. In the expression minus x squared by 2 plus j omega x, I shall add and subtract omega squared by 2. So that's why I am doing here. I am adding and subtracting omega squared by 2 here. So I get minus x squared by 2 plus j omega x plus omega squared by 2 minus omega squared by 2. You may ask, sir, how can I decide as to what should I add or what should I not add, or what should I add and subtract and what I should not do? See the format of the first expression in the quadratic term. This is a quadratic term. Quadratic term is power of 2. So add and subtract a similar expression which is equivalent to the quadratic. So here the missing term is omega square. So that's why I shall add and subtract omega square by 2. This is the most important step here. So I am adding omega squared by 2 and also subtracting by the same. So I get minus x squared by 2 plus j omega x plus omega squared by 2 minus omega squared by 2. Now combine, take minus sign common from the first three terms only. Take minus sign common from the first three terms. So this is what I have done. So I get minus of x squared by 2 minus j omega x minus omega squared by 2. Last term minus omega squared, I am keeping it untouched. Adhan hage ittidini. So I am taking minus sign only from the first three terms alone. I am combining them and then taking minus sign common. Now 2 is the LCM. Now take 2 as the LCM and simplify within the flower brackets. I mean, take 2 as the LCM and simplify the terms within the small brackets. So 2 is the LCM. So I get x squared minus 2j omega x minus omega squared by 2 preceded by minus sign, and of course minus omega squared by 2. This minus omega squared 2, or this minus omega squared by 2 I am keeping as it is. Now please recall from complex variables that minus omega squared can be written as minus 1 into omega squared. No? Minus omega squared can be written as minus 1 into omega squared. Minus 1 is nothing but j squared. Minus 1 is j squared. No? So that's why j squared omega squared I can write. Now combine this j and omega under a single whole to the power of 2. So j squared omega squared can be written as j omega the whole squared. So that's what I have done. This is another key step. Key step is adding and subtracting omega squared by 2 and putting this, taking the LCM by combining the first three terms, and then keeping the fourth term as it is, and then for minus omega squared I am going to do this simplification. Minus omega squared can be written as minus 1 into omega squared, or minus 1 becomes j squared, minus 1 become j squared. Minus 1 can be written as j squared, no? I squared or j squared is equal to minus 1 from complex variable. So that's what I am using. So j squared omega squared. Now combine j and omega under a single power. So j of omega the whole square. So substitute j squared omega squared here, or j omega the whole squared for minus omega squared. So this becomes minus of x squared minus 2j omega x plus j squared omega squared by 2 minus omega squared by 2. Now this is of the form a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, where a is equal to x, b is equal to j omega. B is equal to j squared omega squared or j omega the whole squared. Please note I have written the reasons here. This is of the form a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, where a is equal to x squared and b is equal to j omega the whole squared equal to j squared omega squared. So that's why this I can write this as a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, which can be written as a minus b the whole squared. It can be written as a minus b the whole squared. So a is equal to a squared, b is equal to j omega. So that's why this can be written as a minus b the whole squared, or x minus j omega the whole squared by 2 preceded by minus sign. So this becomes minus e to the minus x minus j omega the whole squared by 2 minus omega squared by 2. Very, very important part. A squared minus 2ab plus b squared. A is equal to x, b is equal to j omega. So that's why a minus b the whole squared. So x minus j omega the whole squared by 2 preceded by minus sign. Don't forget to write this minus sign. Very, very important thing. This minus omega squared remains as it is. This minus omega squared remains as it is. Now substitute. I had substituted for this exponential. No? Now substitute this value into this exponential. So replace this minus x squared by 2 plus j omega x by this term. So if I substitute here, this term is included in the exponential now. So this becomes 1 by, call this as equation 1. So I have solved for this exponential. So replace this exponential in equation 1 by this term. So that's why this becomes phi x of j omega equal to 1 by root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity e to the power of minus x minus j omega the whole squared by 2 minus omega squared by 2 dx. This is the third key step. Very, very important problem. You can expect such problems in your examination also, and also for your internals. Now break this exponential into product of two exponentials. So this I can write it as e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 into e to the power of minus x minus j omega the whole squared by 2. That's what I have done. I have broken down this common exponential into a product of two exponentials. So e to the power of minus of x minus j omega the whole squared by 2 into e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 I have written. Of course, 1 by root 2 pi is there. Now e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 is a constant because integration is with respect to x. So that's why e to the power of minus omega squared by 2, I shall take it outside. This is not going to be disturbed by integration because integration is with respect to x. So this comes here. So e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 by root 2 pi I have into integral minus infinity to plus infinity e to the power of minus of x minus j omega the whole squared by 2 dx. Now I shall do a simple substitution. This can be solved using many methods. I can use beta gamma functions, or more in a more simplicity, in a more simple way. I shall use the concept of the definition of the standard normal distribution and then evaluate it. That would directly give me the answer in a more lesser number of steps. Now let me put x is equal to j omega. Let me put u is equal to x minus j omega. Let me put u is equal to x minus j omega. So if I put u is equal to x minus j omega, I get du is equal to dx. Please note the integration is with respect to x. Omega is a constant. If I put u is equal to x minus j omega, omega is a constant because integration is with respect to x. So here the variables are u and x only. So if I differentiate, I get du is equal to dx. Now if x is equal to minus infinity, if I get if x is equal to minus infinity, I get u is equal to minus infinity minus j omega. So anything, if I add anything to minus infinity or if I subtract anything from minus infinity, I get minus infinity only. Now minus infinity ಗೆ ಏನೇ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು minus infinity ನೇ, minus infinity ಗೆ ಏನೇ subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು minus infinity ನೇ. If x is equal to infinity, u is equal to infinity minus j omega. If I add anything to infinity, I get infinity only. If I subtract anything from infinity, I get infinity only. So I get infinity only. So that's why after the change of variables, I get u also to be ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity. Here x ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity, u also ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity only. The terms outside the integral would be as it is. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So I have put x minus j omega is equal to u. So I get e to the power of minus u squared by 2. Okay. Then dx is equal to du, no? So dx is equal to du or du is equal to dx. So dx gets replaced by du. Now I can solve this using beta gamma functions as I told, but I shall use the concept of the definition of the standard normal distribution curve. So e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 I have 1 by root 2 pi. This root 2 pi in the denominator, you bring it inside the integral sign. Constants can be taken inside the integral and outside the integral also. So take this 1 by root 2 pi inside. So I get 1 by root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2 du. Now what is this? The term inside the brackets, the term within the square brackets in this equation 2, if I call it as equation 2, then the term within the square brackets is nothing but the integral of Gaussian standard normalized Gaussian PDF. Okay. So the term within the square brackets is nothing but the integration of the normalized Gaussian PDF. So it means that the area under the standard Gaussian curve is what I am evaluating. Okay. 1 by root 2 pi ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2 du ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಷ್ಟೇ. Now this is nothing but the area under the standard normal curve. The area under the standard normal curve is always equal to 1. The area under the standard normal curve is equal to 1. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, that's not the thing only. The area under any PDF is equal to 1. May it be area under the exponential curve, it is equal to 1. Area under the Laplacian curve, it is 1. Area under Rayleigh PDF, it is 1. Area under the any PDF is equal to 1. This is the definition of the standard normal distribution alva guruve. This is 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus x squared by 2 ide, which is fx of x. Now here instead of x I am having 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2 du. Please compare the definitions. Here in the given problem I have got fx of x is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi e to the power of minus x squared by 2. Here yeah, here I have got 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2. Only change is that x is replaced by u here. So it means what? It means that I am taking the area under the PDF. I am taking the area under the standard PDF curve. Normal distribution is also called Gaussian distribution. So area under the PDF curve is always equal to 1. So area under the standard Gaussian curve or standard normal curve is also equal to 1. Not only that, area under any PDF curve is equal to 1. So it means integral minus infinity to plus infinity fu of u du is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2 du is equal to 1. ನಾನೀಗ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಅನ್ಬೋದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಈ ಅಪ್ಪ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಟು ಸೇ ದ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ PDF curve is equal to 1. So this entire integral within the square brackets gets replaced by 1. If you want to prove it mathematically, I can do it. I need to do another circus. I have to put u squared is equal to some variable, say t, and then evaluate it. Okay. So instead of doing that another extra 5-6 steps, I am using the concept of area under the PDF curve. I am comparing this integral with the definition of the standard normal curve. So this area under the PDF curve should be equal to 1. Okay. So that's why this entire integral evaluates to 1. It means integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2 u du is equal to 1, because the term in the bracket corresponds to the integration of the normalized Gaussian PDF, or the area under the PDF curve is always equal to 1. So that's why this integral evaluates to 1. This integral including 1 by root 2 pi. Without 1 by root 2 pi, this will not be equal to 1. The integral e to the power of minus u squared by 2 with respect to u, with limits ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity, multiplied by 1 by root 2 pi is equal to 1. If you keep 1 by root 2 pi outside, and if you tell that I shall only evaluate integral minus I shall only evaluate e to the power of minus u squared by 2 du to be equal to 1, that would be wrong. 1 by root 2 pi include ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಲ್ 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, because according to the definition 1 by root 2 pi is also included na. So that's why I should be very, very careful here. So 1 by root integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2 du is equal to 1. This integral with respect to u including 1 by root 2 pi constant factor is what that gives me 1, which is the area under the PDF. So that's why I get e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 into 1, which is equal to e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 itself. So this is the characteristic function for the normalized Gaussian PDF or the standard normal Gaussian PDF. This parameter is very, very important. Area under any PDF curve is equal to 1. Howda? Now, how I am recognizing that it is the area under the PDF curve? Compare this definition, compare this integrand with the given problem. Both are same. X squared or u squared is ashta. So it means that it is area under the PDF curve, because it is a definite integral. I can replace this u squared by x squared also, but that follows from the integral calculus property. Okay, so that's why I get integral minus infinity to plus infinity 1 by root 2 pi e to the power of minus u squared by 2 du, which is equal to 1. Of course, e to the power of minus omega squared by 2 would remain as it is. So it becomes e to the power of minus omega squared into 1, which is e to the power of minus omega squared by 2. Very, very important result. This is used in almost any advanced signal processing. Okay, of course, in my research work also I am using it. Right? So it's a very, very standard result, so and a very, very important result. Okay, so this completes the solution of this problem. Another problem we shall take up in the next video.